We're joined now by Arizona State volleyball player Mary Shroll. Mary, obviously a successful season, 26-6, the postseason right on deck. You guys have a big NCAA tournament match against Georgia on Friday. Before we get into everything as it relates to the season and then the postseason, you yourself an NIL deal with Spaghetti Shack. Tell me a little bit about that deal and then kind of how it's played out for you so far.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Joey reached out. Spaghetti Shack is local to Tempe, and Joey's a Arizona native, and that's something that's really important to me. So when we kind of built that relationship, and I know he wanted an athlete being from Tempe, so that was really awesome to connect on that. So we're really excited to do further work with that, further promotions, and it's amazing food, of course, and Joey's an amazing guy.
Yeah, definitely exciting for you. And then getting back to the volleyball side of things, a really exciting season. Like I said earlier, the postseason, I'm sure it's something that you and the rest of your teammates are super, super excited to just get out there and then take place, obviously, in this NCAA tournament matchup. But before we get into that, just taking a look at what year one under JJ Van Niel has been like, what has it been like for you to have him as your coach?
Yeah, JJ's been awesome this year. He's someone that has really high standards for us and will push us to be the best version, the best players that we can be. And that's something that I really appreciate. And I know it has elevated my game with him just always striving for the best, always wanting to be best. Whether that's, the technical game, the actual playing of it, of course, but on and off the court, we are a team that's, big focus on our academics as well. So JJ really pushes us to be the best people all around. So it has been really awesome this first year with him.
Yeah, I think people see the immediate success that you guys have had, and they probably think that, JJ came in and just all of a sudden you guys started winning. But I'm curious, when you have a regular season the way you guys did, what was the biggest challenge you think that you personally and then also the team had to overcome to get to where you're at?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think coming into this year with a lot of new pieces, it was kind of the feeling of a clean slate. And we had goals that we set early on for ourselves. Obviously, making it to the NCAA tournament was a huge one. We set goals throughout conference and preseason. But I think, for us, it was kind of a mutual understanding that this is a new year and this is a new team. Clearly, with all the new pieces and that solid group of 9 girls. So honestly, it was just believing that we could do it, and we proved throughout the year, with some of those top wins that we belong here, and we've put in all the work towards it.
Yeah, the same question I asked JJ a couple days ago, just in terms of, was there ever a moment for you this season where it was off the court and everything had happened and you were just kind of like, wow, like that just happened, like we're here? Was there ever a moment like that for you?
For sure. I mean, I think the feeling this entire season for me has been new in an amazing way. I know after our very first conference game versus U of A, in a sold out crowd in Mullet Arena, I knew it was going to be a completely different season. And the feeling was pretty mutual, I know, throughout the girls. But if we're talking big moments, it's for sure, beating Stanford and sweeping Oregon. After that, just realizing the execution that our team has and the ability to play with the best teams in the nation. So I think that was a really a strong moment for a lot of us, knowing that now we have that confidence to go against any team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in terms of having a first-year head coach in JJ Van Niel, it's something that him and I discussed just in terms of the culture of this whole thing, right? You get a new staff in place, and that's really where it starts, is with the culture of the program. And that's something that takes time, right? Whether that be a first-year head coach or a fifth-year coach, and it doesn't really matter the sport. But as it relates to Arizona State volleyball's culture, how would you describe it?
Yeah, I would describe it as a family. Everyone is super close. All the girls are just amazing, amazing people individually, and the level of care that we have for each other, I think, has taken us extremely, extremely far in regards to how strong our culture is. And it's just family oriented. We really care for each other, and we have a passion for this game and for this program. Um, with all the new pieces in this first year of a long era for ASU volleyball.
Yeah, I think one of the exciting parts about this season has been watching all of the people in Tempe and just ASU fans in general kind of rally around you guys again with a big NCAA tournament match looming. What has the support of Sun Devil Nation been like from your perspective?
Oh, the support has been amazing. All the fans coming out to all our games. I know they have been waiting for this, so it's really exciting that we got to, display it to them and show them that we are a powerhouse in Arizona and in the nation. So the support has been overwhelming, and obviously being from Arizona, I've felt so much love from old coaches, old players. Everyone who has been in my journey, my volleyball journey, but really all the fans in Arizona have been amazing, and we can't thank them enough for believing in us and supporting us at every step of the way.
Now, we've talked a lot about what you guys have done so far in the past. Now it's kind of a look at what you guys can do. A big match against Georgia on Friday. What's it going to take to advance in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, Georgia's a tough team. I think we've scouted really well this week, and we don't need to do anything special. I think we just got to go to our basics, which is serving and passing. We've been one of the top serving teams, and when you get teams out of system like that consistently, it makes it that much easier to run an offense. And obviously, we have a very fast offense, so we're looking to kind of exploit that in this matchup with Georgia.
Absolutely. I know you guys are already there in Provo. Weather a little bit worse than it is here in Tempe?
It's a little chilly. It's a little brisk.
Just a tad cold. Just a tad cold.
Yeah.
Mary, before we get you out of here, same question that I asked Coach on his way out. What is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
The best piece of advice. That's kind of a hard question.
That's what we do. We ask the hard-hitting questions right here.
I know. There's so many different ways I could go about this. I think some of the best advice, especially coming into my fifth year in a new program, has been, you spend so much time in the gym. You put so much effort in. You're fatigued physically and mentally, and it's you got to do it if you love it. And I think that's the advice I give, just finding the joy in all those little moments, all that hard times when you're feeling really down and feeling really tired. Mid-season, it can get really tough in that late October, but I think just finding the joy in every single moment, because it will be over someday, and it's bittersweet for our seniors who we're of course playing for them. So just finding the joy in all the little moments, I think, is some of the best advice.
Absolutely. Words definitely to live by. Mary Shroll, Arizona State volleyball player. Mary, thank you for your time and best of luck against Georgia.